Elena Caterina Morales Chan, 29, Mexican, died on 3/26/2025 during or as a result of a CBP Border Patrol operation in Edcouch, Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Her photo is unavailable. Elena Caterina Morales Chan, a 29-year-old from Mexico, was killed on March 28, 2025 during a fatal car chase by Border Patrol in the Rio Grande Valley, Texas. The SUV she fled in from Border Patrol during severe Rio Grande Valley flooding and plunged into a water-filled canal where she and a 14-year-old boy drowned. Rest in peace, Elena Caterina Morales Chan.
Isaiah Sanchez Barboza, 31, Mexican citizen killed by CBP on December 11, 2025, in Rio Grande City, Texas. Isaiah Sanchez Barboza was a 31-year-old Mexican citizen and a father of 2 children. On December 11, 2025, he, along with a group of others, encountered Border Patrol near the riverbanks of the Rio Grande. He attempted to run back to Mexico, but was tackled and shot 3 times. Rest in peace, Isaiah Sanchez Barboza.
Roberto Carlos Montoya Valdez, 52, Guatemalan, died on August 14, 2025, during or as a result of an ICE operation in Monrovia, California. Roberto Carlos Montoya Valdez was a 50-year-old Guatemalan day laborer who died on August 14, 2025, as a result of an ICE raid at a Home Depot day labor site in Monrovia, California, where he fled on foot onto a freeway and was struck by an SUV and died at a hospital.
He will not make us great.
According to his daughter, he was planning on coming back, but he was struggling with making enough money to make his dream come true, to have his own business so that he could support us here. We want people to remember my dad in the same way we will remember him, as a loving, respectful, brave, and hardworking man. Sadly, he didn't have enough time to fulfill his dreams. We are left with the void of not having him anymore, of not having his love, his advice, and we are left here with the anguish of not knowing how we will get by. He was the main provider for us, for his grandchildren. Rest in peace, Roberto Carlos Montoya Valdez.
Walter Francisco Serrata Cabrera. He was a 48-year-old Honduran man. He died on December 12, 2025. During a Coast Guard dock immigration sweep, Walter jumped off the oyster boat he was working on because he didn't have papers with him and he drowned. It was reported that he drowned while he was fleeing arrest. He lived in Hopedale, Louisiana. He was the father of 3. His friend said, "I sure hope God made him an angel because he was a good guy. If you asked him anything, he would say, 'I got it.' He was a hard-working dude. He had no outstanding warrants, and he very much feared being picked up by ICE. Rest in peace, Walter Francisco Serrata Cabrera."
Yeah?
Oh, as long as you can read it.
Read it?
If you can read it.
Yes. Axel Everardo Iquiquen was a 20-year-old Guatemalan who died on October the 12th, 2025 as a result of a vehicle pursuit rollover crash with Border Patrol in El Paso border. His family has not been identified. Rest in peace, Axel Everardo Iquiquen.
Manuel Mateo Lopez, 22-year-old Mexican, died on October 12, 2025, during or as a result of a Border Patrol operation in El Paso, Texas. Manuel Mateo Lopez was a 22-year-old Mexican who died on October 12, 2025, as a result of a vehicle pursuit rollover crash with Border Patrol in El Paso, Texas. A second occupant, Axel Everardo Iquique Sequen, was killed in the same Border Patrol pursuit rollover of the Infiniti sedan. Rest in peace, Manuel Mateo Lopez.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Severio Villegas Gonzalez from Mexico, father of two, killed by ICE in Franklin Park, Illinois. Severio Villegas Gonzalez was a 38-year-old Mexican who was fatally shot by an ICE agent during a traffic stop in Franklin Park, Illinois on September 12, 2025. Severio, a Chicago resident for 20 years, lived with his girlfriend, her 13-year-old daughter, and his two sons, aged 3 and 7. He was working as a line cook at the time of his death. He had no criminal record. The killing occurred shortly after the vehicle was stopped by ICE agents who shot him at close range in the back of his neck. He had just dropped his children off at school. Rest in peace, Severio Villegas Gonzalez.
Let me raise this.
High. It's a little high for me.
Technical. Hold on. We got an expert here now.
That's. Yeah, it's good. I have to put it in front of my face. Yeah. Ruben Ray Martinez, 23, U.S. citizen, Amazon driver, killed by ICE on March 15, 2025 in South Padre Island, Texas. Ruben Ray Martinez, a 23-year-old U.S. citizen, was fatally shot in the early hours of March 15, 2025 on South Padre Island in South Texas. He was there to spend an evening celebrating his birthday with his best friend. His mother described him as a quiet, funny, and gentle young man and an unarmed U.S. citizen. His friend who witnessed his death said they shared a passion for basketball, both playing it and rooting for the city's beloved Spurs. The two spent hours every week shooting hoops at the neighborhood Catholic Church court. Agents who killed him wore no body cameras, and there has been no justice for him, his family. Rest in peace, Ruben Ray Martinez.
Keith Porter Jr., 43, U.S. citizen and father of two, killed by ICE on December 31st, 2025 in Los Angeles, California. Keith Porter Jr. was a 43-year-old U.S. citizen and father of two. On December 31st, 2025, he was shot and killed by an off-duty ICE agent outside the apartment where he lived. His family says he was shooting a gun in the air to celebrate the new year, a long-standing celebratory practice in the community for the past 80 years. He leaves behind daughters aged 10 and 20. A statement from DHS about the incident describes it as an active shooter situation. His mom recalled how Keith had called her every morning to say, "I love you." He was a wonderful soul. His heart was big. Rest in peace, Keith Porter, Jr.
Linda Davis, 52, U.S. citizen, died on February 16, 2026, during or as a result of an ICE operation in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. Dr. Linda Davis was a special education teacher and mother of 4 children. She was killed in a car crash on her morning commute, half a mile from the school where she taught, when ICE agents were chasing a Guatemalan man with no criminal history for deportation in Savannah, Georgia, on February 16, 2026. The kindergarten and first grade students in her class sobbed after being told their teacher, who greeted them most mornings with an infectious smile, wouldn't be coming back. Her sister stated, "The preventable, sudden, and violent loss of her presence and love has created a vacuum of compounded grief so vast, it feels as though it fills the Mariana Trench." Rest in peace, Linda Davis.
Wael Tarabashi, 30 years old and a U.S. citizen, died on January 23, 2026, during or as a result of an ICE operation in Arlington, Dallas area, Texas. Wael is on my right and your left. Severely disabled and bedridden with Pompe disease, he died of complications, sepsis and pneumonia, after his father and sole full-time caregiver, Maher Tarabashi, on my left here, Maher Tarabashi was detained by ICE on October 28, 2025. Wael Tarabashi was a 30-year-old U.S. citizen who was severely disabled and bedridden due to a progressive muscle disorder, Pompe disease. He died on January 23, 2026, from sepsis and pneumonia after his father, best friend, and sole full-time caregiver was detained by ICE on October 28th. His father, from Jordan, who has no criminal history, was legally allowed to stay in the United States under supervised release as his son's primary caregiver. Maher was detained by ICE during a routine field office visit in Dallas, Texas, that he had made for years. Without his father's care, Wael's condition rapidly deteriorated. He was repeatedly hospitalized and underwent multiple surgeries, all while the family pleaded with our federal government to release Maher or grant him the ability to at least communicate with his son. Every request was ignored or denied. ICE denied his father the opportunity to attend his son's funeral. Rest in peace, Wael Tarabashi.
Johan David Martinez, 21, unknown, died on 3/9/2025 during or as a result of a Border Patrol with Texas DPS operation in Brownsville, Texas. Johan David Martinez was a 21-year-old, country of origin unknown, who died on September 23, 2025, after crashing into a semi-trailer while evading U.S. Border Patrol agents in Brownsville, Texas. Rest in peace, Johan David Martinez.
Josue Castro Rivera, 24, Honduran, died on 10/23/2025 during or as a result of an ICE operation in Norfolk, Virginia. Josue Castro Rivera, a 24-year-old Honduran man, died on October 23, 2025. He was stopped by ICE as part of what was said to be a targeted intelligence-based operation and fled in fear of federal immigration agents. As he ran, he was struck by a vehicle and died. His family said that Castro Rivera came to the United States 4 years ago and was working to send money to family in Honduras. According to his brother, he had a very good heart. The government now detains people with no criminal records just for living here. Rest in peace, Josue Castro Rivera.
Jaime Alanis Garcia, 57, Mexican, died on July 12, 2025, during or as a result of an ICE CBP operation in Camarillo, California. Jaime Alanis Garcia was a 57-year-old from Mexico who died on July 12, 2025, as a result of an ICE CBP multi-agency raid on a cannabis facility in Camarillo, California, where he had worked for nearly a decade. During the raid, he climbed onto a greenhouse roof to evade agents, calling his family, saying he was hiding, then fell 30 feet, fracturing his neck and skull. During his nearly 30 years in the U.S., he built a career in agriculture. He kept his nose down and kept out of trouble. He spent the majority of the money he earned to his family. He leaves behind a wife and daughter. Rest in peace, Jaime Alanis Garcia.
Renee Good, 37 years old, U.S. citizen, writer and mother of 3, killed on January 7, 2026, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, while driving away from an ICE agent. Renee Good was shot and murdered by a U.S. enforcement agent, Jonathan Ross, on January 7, 2026, while pulling her car away from him. She was shot 3 times. Renee was a 37-year-old mother of 3, an award-winning poet, and a singer. She and her partner were committed to standing up against the injustice to her immigrant neighbors by ICE in Minneapolis. Renee was an American citizen who, despite her own loss and struggles in her life, remained a compassionate caregiver in her community. She leaves behind her partner, her 3 children, and her large extended family. This agent, Jonathan Ross, that shot her, has not faced any penalty to date. Rest in peace, Renee Good.
Alex Pretty was a 37-year-old U.S. citizen, a United States citizen, who was killed by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents on January 24, 2026, while observing and documenting ICE agents on the street. Alex was an avid cyclist and a dedicated intensive care nurse at Minneapolis VA Hospital, an advocate to veterans and environmental issues. His last act, ironically, was to protect a woman who was thrown to the ground by an ICE agent. Alex is survived by his parents, his sister, his ex-wife, and nursing colleagues. His killers have not been brought to justice. Rest in peace, Alex Pretty.
Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, 52, Mexican national living in Houston for 35 years, husband and father of 3, home builder, killed by ICE on July 7th, 2026. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo, a 52-year-old construction worker, was fatally shot by a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent in Houston, Texas on July 7, 2026. Mr. Araujo had lived in the United States for more than 30 years and came here for a better life. He was working his way through the process of obtaining legal immigration status. He leaves behind a wife and 2 sons. He was not the intended target of ICE. Rest in peace, Lorenzo Salgado Araujo.
Johan Sebastian Guerrero, 26, from Colombia, food delivery driver, killed by ICE on July 13th, 2026, in front of his partner and 3-year-old daughter in Biddeford, Maine. Johan Sebastian Duran Guerrero, a 26-year-old man originally from Colombia, was shot and killed on the morning of July 13th, 2026, during a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement operation in Biddeford, Maine. His wife and daughter were at the scene. Neighbors in his community spoke highly of Johan as a loving father who had lived in the U.S. for about 3 years, had legal status, and was in the process of seeking asylum. He was not the intended target of ICE. Rest in peace, Johan Sebastian Duran Guerrero. My theory is always that people...
Now we're going to read off the names of those who died in detention.
Jean-Marie Donaldo Ruiz Guillen, Serowith Gezachen Dehene, Maxim Cherniak, Juan Alexis Tineo Martinez, Brian Garzon Rayo, Non Nyok Nguyen, Marie-Ange Blaze, Jorge Abelardo Avellaneda Delgado, Jesus Molina Vella, Johnny Novielo, Isidro Perez, Tien Juan Fan, Chaufeng He, Lorenzo Antonio Batres Vargas, Oscar Rascon Duarte, Santos Reyes Vanegas, Trini A. Hatch, Ismael Ayala Uribe, Norlan Guzman Fuentes, Joaquín Exie, Miguel Ángel García Hernández, Leo Cruz Silva, Hassan Ali Mohad Saleh, Gabriel García Vilés, Kai Jin Wang, Francisco Gaspar Andrés, Pete Sumalo Montejo, Shiraz Fatali Sachwani, Jean Wilson Brutus, Delvin Francisco Rodriguez, Fuad Said Abdul Qadir, Nenko Stanev Ganchev, Geraldo Lunas Campos, Luis Gustavo Núñez Cáceres, Luis Beltrán Yáñez Cruz, Paradi La, Abel Sánchez Domínguez, Víctor Manuel Díaz, Jairo García Hernández, Lorth Sim, Nurul Amin Shah Alam, Alberto Gutiérrez Reyes, Pechman Carcenas Naja Fabari, Emmanuel Clifford Damas, Mohamed Nasir Pacquiawal, Roger Pérez Jiménez, José Guadalupe Ramos Solano, Juan Van Bui, Alejandro Cabrera Clemente, Aled Demian Carbonell Betancourt, Denny Adan González, Mamuka Ardmeladze, Feliz Alcorta Rodríguez, Adrián Andrés Florian, Jesus Manuel Arenas Silva, Walter Turner II.
That concludes the reading of the names of those who passed because of ICE. Eloise will have a speech now.
We're here because ICE isn't.
We want the people here to hear those.
Yeah, right here, right here. You guys turn around. Turn around so you can
Oh, there's the mic right there.
That's okay if they don't. Which mic?
Mine is on the right.
Should I hold that one? Oh, it's on. Go. Hey, Mary. You want to speak, Mary? You want to speak?
Okay, thank you everybody for coming today. We really appreciate it. As you all know, ICE is an unaccountable. Oh. Thank you everybody for coming today. Is that better? Is that better? Okay. As you all know, we're here because ICE is indiscriminately kidnapping people off the street. They're murdering people in cold blood. They're murdering unarmed people. There's no charges. There's no due process. This is the essence of being un-American. We're here because ICE is masked. What the hell is that? We're in the United States and we have a masked force of armed people, unaccountable to anyone? This is insanity. And this is why we're here today. It's going to take all of us. Every single one of us has a role they can play to stop this. And when we work together, there's so many more of us who believe in the American ideals of justice and equality and due process. And anyone on American soil is entitled to those rights. And we as individuals have a role to play, and we as a group are so much more powerful. I know you're all registered to vote. I know you're all going to go out and vote. And if you ever thought your vote didn't matter, think about it. Would they be working so hard to take it away from us? They would not. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to give the mic now to Mary Hernandez, who is doing God's work to help immigrants in our community.
It's heartening to see all of you gathered here today. We're here because we know the dignity and worth of each of these people whose lives were snuffed out by that illegal armed force that Eloise just spoke about. And we're here because we're united in love to make a difference. And I believe that every one of us, that at times like this, it does seem like it is a monolith. They have so many billions of dollars now invested in doing actions that are driven by hate. How can we, each of us, make a difference? And yet, the little that we're able to do each day, I know because I see it every day, it makes such a difference in the lives of people in your neighborhood, in your borough, here in Staten Island. And when we do it together, we can be a force to be reckoned with. We've already been seeing that. We're kind of in a lull right now with that ICE activity, but all of the threats coming down from the administration is that they're going to bring a big force to bear in the very near future in New York City. Help is needed of whatever little bit you can do. I think the flyers tell different things that you can participate in. That help is needed right now. And we have to demonstrate that love can defeat hate. And I truly believe that we will be able to do it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. If you would like information on each of the people who was represented here today, we have their bios. If you would like to leave your email, you can give it to Lynn here. And we would love to be in touch with you. We're the Staten Island Action Coalition. We're out here every week, multiple times a week, and we'd love for you to join with us. Because like I said, it's going to take all of us. Thank you so much for coming.
Why don't you mention Monday?
Oh yeah, Monday. Sorry, one more thing. Sorry, Joe. Did I do something wrong?
No, press the button.
I can just
Live.
Okay, thank you. Okay, one last thing. Every Monday, we demonstrate in front of Nicole Malliotakis' office. You don't know who Nicole Malliotakis is? She's Trump's lackey, basically. And so we demonstrate in front of her office every week, Mondays at 5 o'clock. We call them Malliotakis Mondays. She's never met a Trump policy she doesn't like, including ICE. So we would like to... What's that?
1688.
Yeah, it's across the street from, it's where the old Duty's Hardware used to be on Victory Boulevard. Costello's hardware store. We would love to see you there. Every Monday, 5 o'clock. Thank you.
Emails here.
Hi.
Sign-in sheets, if anybody doesn't get our newsletter,
John
come on over.
John Bostrom. And you are? I would get your email from some of the listeners already.
Oh, yeah. They're part of SIAC, part of the show.
I'm a long-time activist.
Oh, okay.
And I got ungodly number of thousands.
Oh, yes, the nukes.
That's what started me off. I just kept So I've been really active with a lot of activists.
Can you tighten that nut there? We'll turn this around. It's screws. All right, you hold this, and I'll do this. That makes it easy. All right, thank you. I'm just getting out of everybody's way. That's what I'm basically doing. Okay. No, I'm right here. My car's right here. Thank you. You're the best.